are you doing in Colorado?
Seeing my family.
Seeing your family? What kind of backwards twist life you have? You were having sex with your brother.
No, I wish.
You wish?
I do. I love incest.
Oh, he like jerked off in front of women and stood in front of the door so they couldn't escape.
And they weren't about it?
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda cute.
Welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, welcome. My name is Pearl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In today's video, we are going to be reacting to, I will put the link down in the description because this video is 45 minutes long. There's just no way we can watch the whole thing. But I did want to watch a little bit of it, and I wanted to start at this exact part, which you will see why once it has started. This video is called TRISHA Paytas is Irredeemable. So I was literally 2 minutes and 40 seconds in and was like, all right, let's react to this because this is kind of the things that I've been thinking about and talking about that I've been seeing some people kind of shy away from, if that makes sense. Meaning it's making sense why Trisha got what she needed down, if you know what I'm saying. Like, is she paying drama channels? I don't know. Maybe. Let's get in it.
It's been revealed that TRISHA Paytas left bruises on her current fiancé, Moses' arm, after breaking into his phone, scrolling through his messages, and finding romantic, sexual exchanges between him and other women while he and TRISHA Paytas were friends with benefits. Even if Moses and TRISHA had been dating exclusively at this point, there's no excuse for anyone to leave bruises on another person's body, especially in this context. Furthermore, TRISHA also expressed to only wanting to have sex with Moses to break his heart and annoy Ethan Klein, her future frenemies co-host. So why get upset over someone you don't have genuine feelings for messaging other people? Moses revealed to a catfish account that he didn't have feelings for TRISHA, and he found her threatening, but matters turned dire when TRISHA allegedly threatened to kill herself if Moses left her. She also allegedly threw his keys into the distance so he was unable to physically leave her for 12 hours, and Moses himself has expressed that TRISHA has ruined his life.
Put a finger down if they've ruined your life.
He currently defends TRISHA and minimizes her feud with Ethan Klein as a battling between entertainers. However, this isn't new behavior for TRISHA Paytas. It's also been revealed that Jason Nash currently suffers from PTSD after his relationship with TRISHA Paytas, leaving him unable to develop new relationships. The alleged abuse includes chasing Jason Nash with a knife, crashing her car into his home where he shares custody of his children, and her running around naked in a hotel hallway while Jason barricaded inside another hotel room, fearing she might kill him that night.
I thought she was gonna kill me in my sleep. Oh my god, Jason literally started like packing his stuff. He's like, Trisha, I have kids, I gotta look out for myself, I have to go get a different room. And I'm like, that's because she was running around the hotel totally naked, screaming and crying.
You thought she was gonna kill you?
Yeah,
David.
She was gonna cut me up in my sleep. And then we were right on the water, so she could just throw my body right in there.
And you guys didn't vlog it?
It was so serious that I didn't.
Jason also defended TRISHA and consistently excused her behavior because that's how victims operate during a relationship.
Right.
Despite this, I don't think a mob of strangers should place pressure on Moses to leave TRISHA. That's a family matter for his close friends and family to handle. In both cases, though, when the men decided to break up with TRISHA, she tried sending a hate mob for both of them, assassinating their characters in the public and alleging pedophilia accusations against them.
She's
I
known
do
for
want
it.
to add that this whole event came after her and her boyfriend got into a fight, and she already made a video about him, accusing him of flirting with underage girls, which she's since retracted.
It's totally different. First of all, it's totally different because
I know you guys had a nasty breakup. You drove your car into his house and stuff like that. So I just didn't want to be involved. And I saw you, and I left because I didn't want to have an interaction.
Now, if these accusations are true, both men deserve to face repercussions. However, it's curious to know that she only levels these accusations after a breakup and dismisses them when they get back together. Hindsight is always 20/20, but if you realize you've been with a pedophile, who would get back together with them? Furthermore, it's ironic to call someone else a predator when there's abundant evidence indicating that the real predator is actually TRISHA Paytas.
Ben. Hey!
it doesn't look down upon rape.
TRISHA Paytas made a video recounting how Ethan Klein mentioned a scene from her OnlyFans to her mother and sister at Disneyland. She alludes to how Ethan is her manager, implying his behavior is sexually harassing, despite demanding 50% of earnings from the Frenemies podcast as an equal co-host and not as his employee. Although this is incredibly awkward for any typical family gathering, TRISHA Paytas featured her biological sister, who also has an OnlyFans, and biological mother on her OnlyFans account. They were all wearing bikinis together, wrestling in a sexual context.
I've heard there's a video of you on OnlyFans of you wrestling your sister topless with your mom in the referee.
First of all, we're not wrestling topless. We're in swimsuits. We're in like red swimsuits.
Why is it on OnlyFans though? That seems kind of...
Yeah, because I think it's more like, well, for money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
so are you comfortable with people beating off to you and your whole family?
Right.
That seems odd.
Yeah, why? I feel like that's a natural thing.
But I find it funny.
Or 3 incest dreams are actually very normal, and you're not a weirdo and a freak for having them. You can't control what your dreams are. It just means you want to be closer to that person. So if you have a dream like having sex with your dad or mom or sister, you want to be closer to that person and have a closer relationship with them, which actually kind of is true with mine anyways. It's totally gross when you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my god, I need a shower, but it's kind of normal, so don't feel like a freak.
Furthermore,
I did not know she said that.
Cringe sexual, with her having made videos like 100 layers of cum on my face. So I don't blame Ethan for assuming they knew about the scene in question and believing they'd laugh at a lighthearted joke. The irony, though, is that TRISHA PAYTAS has maliciously sexually harassed Ethan Klein since the beginning of their acquaintance. Since the beginning, TRISHA PAYTAS has heavily flirted with Ethan Klein in front of his wife, Ela Klein.
I think you're...
The connection?
No. There's no chemistry. There's no connection. There's not. I promise. I did notice that in your videos when you talk about
I forgot about that.
She's winking at me and moving her shoulders in a way that... Do you think that's appropriate in front of my wife? What are you doing?
I don't think it's appropriate.
I'm not doing it. Can you
It's
see
not.
your penis over your belly in the shower? How many people have you had sex with in your life? I just had such a vivid dream of you like getting banged by 2 guys, and I was like, oh my god, this is so awkward. Fine.
Okay, let's talk about...
hands? Our collab? I don't know what to ask. Do you want to have sex with me?
Made undermining comments about their marriage, stating Trisha would treat Ethan better than Ela, tweeting how she wants to have sex with Ethan Klein, sending unsolicited photos of her vagina to Ethan Klein, an unwilling participant and married man, insisting they do a sex scene on her OnlyFans.
Do you understand, Moses, that the girl you're apparently dating...
I didn't know that.
Personally,
I didn't know.
Tweeted at me pictures of her vagina.
Right.
Do you
Didn't
understand what you're doing?
I think that's a problem.
Do you even understand? The girl that you're apparently dating, which you think is funny, wanted to have a throuple with your sister and your brother-in-law.
True.
Why don't you go cheat on Jason more?
Who would you have?
What were you doing in Colorado?
Seeing my family.
Seeing your family? I don't know what kind of backwards twist life you have. You were having sex with your brother.
No, I wish.
You wish?
I do. I love incest. That's one of my favorite role plays is brother-sister. Incest, daddy-daughter, mommy-son.
Brother and sister,
Brother
really?
and sister. It's my favorite.
How do you play
Just
it?
like, ooh, mom's gonna hear us, be quiet.
Pressuring him into confessing sexual feelings for
Girl.
her for months that don't exist, and even pleasuring herself while working on the Frenemies podcast to clips of Ethan Klein and his wife on their main HT.
Oh my god! I did not know that!
She made a video pleasuring herself to Ethan and Ela talking on their H3 podcast. Ethan has time and time again dismissed this harassment, especially after Trisha, most likely considering the previous physical abuse and her pressuring Jason Nash into marriage, pressured Moses into an engagement.
There's one that Elvis marries you. And how iconic would that be?
I don't know. I think that's a big decision.
Why?
Because, I don't know.
It's a good vlog.
Ethan Klein wanted to keep the peace even though he was her target for sexual harassment. It's also curious how every time Trisha stormed off the podcast, unprofessionally I might add, it was always because Ela Klein, Ethan's wife, came up. TRISHA PAYTAS, upon having her sexual advances to Ethan rebuffed, launched an onslaught against Ethan's family life.
Your life is sad and pathetic, and mine is happy, thriving. So good
Mine
luck.
is not
Have
sad.
fun on your beach weekend, eating room service, trying to get pregnant. Have fun with that.
Oh, that's
That
so
doesn't
mean.
sound sad and pathetic. That sounds like a
that's so
good family
mean.
life. Like I have good, fulfilling, and good deep roots with a wife that I've been married to for a long time. I've got a family that we're trying to build, and I've got...
Another time, when Ethan politely asked his wife...
God, I forgot about how freaking annoying she would be on that when they would get in the fights, you know?
Trisha called his wife on air the C word and remarked upon how Ethan treats his wife like a princess, but not her.
I just hate people who think they're just too fucking good for shit.
It's not she's too good.
She has a fucking podcast. When you have a podcast, you're talked about. Your life's talked about. You guys talked about Moses.
Dude,
well before we did this podcast.
Oh,
you guys
she
talked
wanted
about
to. I remember this. She wanted to talk about her.
Anything.
No, it's because you always make the same comment about her.
You guys asked me one thing this summer, or when Moses started dating. You never. But you guys talked about.
I don't even know what you're on about.
Just all this
she
shit.
just doesn't want you.
She's too
not
good.
Too good.
Don't fucking mention my name. Meanwhile, you guys can talk about whoever you want. You guys talked about me all spring without.
You can talk about whatever you want to.
And finally, the last fight was due to Ethan's pregnancy announcement on the Frenemies podcast. Trisha had a severe issue with his mentioning the announcement, stating he had already mentioned it in his other podcast, so why mention it again?
It was like pregnancy announcement, which is I'm happy to talk about the pregnancy.
We talked a lot about the pregnancy here.
But it wasn't the pregnancy announcement. H3 Live was. It's your guys' thing, which I'm happy to talk about. I'm happy for you guys, but to say like, oh, we don't recycle things, it's like, you know, you do, and it's fine, but I don't make it the same title because it's not an announcement. We're talking about your pregnancy.
I wouldn't say recycling. It's a different conversation.
The original one was Trisha's like something. It doesn't have to be.
Yo,
everything like the fact that it's a pregnancy announcement again when it's not a pregnancy announcement because I'm not pregnant. You know what I mean? We're talking about your guys' pregnancy. It was an announcement. You announced it on H3 Live.
Despite this child,
wow,
future niece or nephew, she again stormed off after undermining Ethan's attempts to keep the peace yet again, and made hours upon hours of content accusing Ethan of everything leveled at her. Furthermore, both Moses and Jason have repeatedly stated that Trisha forces them to have sex with her, despite their unwillingness. Put a finger down if they were forced to sexually.
I wouldn't care. You wouldn't care. They all were in little race car outfits. What am I supposed to do, not look at their hogs? Trisha, you need to go get some serious help. Maybe if you didn't and we had sex this morning, I would have been fine. Maybe it's none of your business.
Like, we've met a few times in real life, and I mean, the first time we met, you flashed me to get there.
Also, the flashing was consensual. Don't make it seem like I just exposed myself to you guys.
No, Trisha, I would not. I would never.
And you should stop getting naked in my house.
She also tried publicly humiliating both of them by insulting their sexual performances with malice on her own failed podcast prior to Frenemies.
He is a very socially awkward person. He might have something like Asperger's or something like that. So, like, it's very cringe, but holy shit. Stop it. If a guy talks to you like this, run for the fucking hills. He hasn't been laid in fucking 20 years. Why do I always get the guys that are so fucking, they're so desperate and insecure?
This is ironic considering how she believes she was the renaissance to the H3H3 podcast, when in reality, she needed it more than they needed her.
Thank you. Yes.
I'm a fan of Louis C.K.
So I'm worse than him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have a problem with what he did to women?
Right.
What did he do?
Oh, he like jerked off in front of women and stood in front of the door so they couldn't escape.
And they weren't about it?
TRISHA Paytas.
If you guys want another reaction of this video, I will do that. I will do that. But we're going to end this here. Like I said, I will put the link down below in the description so you guys can watch it yourself. It is a 44-minute video, 45 minutes, whatever. Let me know what y'all thought about this reaction. Let me know what y'all thought about this video, please, please, please. Because, yo... I really want to finish watching it. Maybe this will be part 1 and we'll do part 2. Should we do part 2? Let me go. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all. Pulling out the coupe in the lot. 12 for a squat. Busting all the bells out the box. Hit the leaf with the box.